everyone, welcome back. I hope you had a lovely September. I didn't put my September favourites up on right at the end of September, even though I had a video planned to go up on that day, just because I think everybody tends to put their favourites out at the same time, so I thought I'd just give it a couple of days. And and so now at the beginning of October, just a pre-warning, my October favourites are going to be really not traditionally October, because I'm actually going on holiday for a week, so I'm going to have probably a lot more summery things in that you wouldn't usually find in an October favourite, so sneak peek for October. But let's get started on September. I've got loads to show you, so let's just get stuck straight in. First, I'll get straight on to nail care. I've got a lot of nail stuff. I've just been really into painting my nails and looking after my nails for September. Not that I've sort of grown them, though they did grow, and I've cut them down because I broke a couple and I wanted them all at the same length, but I've never been able to grow my nails before, and they've just started really growing recently, and I think it's because of the products I'm using. So my favourite probably of the whole month is the Hand Chemistry Retin Oil. I can't remember if this has been in a previous favourites. I've been meaning to mention it for ages, and I think I've been forgetting, so if it's in a previous and it's a repetition, my apologies, but it has been a favourite for months. This was something recommended by Karen from Mrs. Ginger on Mrs. Ginger's Beauty channel. Well, she did a review on this product anyway, and I bought it from after that review, so her review on it was fairly positive. It's a 1% retinoid complex retin oil by Hand Chemistry. Now, it doesn't say it's specifically for hands. It actually says it's a dry body oil, but I only use this on my hands and I rub it into my cuticles, and this has rescued my hands. Don't mind the no wedding ring, I've just put it in the pot for silver cleaning. Nobody have a panic there. But yeah, this is something I usually do take my rings off to rub this in. I rub it right into all my cuticles, and it's made my hands feel so much younger, softer, smoother, more supple. It's evened out the colour, pigmentation on there. I just really recommend this product. I can't remember if I've said already, sorry, it's about £15 from Boots, and you get 100 millilitres, and I've been using that for months, and look, I'm only about just more than half I've got left there. So yeah, it does dry. It's not really greasy. Obviously it is an oil, but I put it on just before I go to sleep. I don't have to use cotton gloves with it at all because it's not that oily, and it soaks in so quickly. My hands just seem to drink it up. Sometimes I put 2 or 3 layers on it before I just sit there massaging it in as I'm watching YouTube in bed, and then by the time I've slept, I go to sleep, I've got 1, 2 or 3 layers of this on, and I really recommend it. The other product I've been loving is this Moisturising Polish Remover for Dry Brittle Nails by Sally Hansen. I did see this product, or one of Sally Hansen's polish removers, in a favourites video, an empties video by a fellow YouTuber recently, and she said, oh, I've got through one of these, a polish is a polish, what can I say, I'm not going to talk about that, and moved on. I would disagree with that, and the reason I've put it in my favourites is because I've been using the Superdrug's own brand acetone free one, thinking that would be better for your nails because it's more sensitive if it doesn't have acetone in, but actually has a huge amount of isopropyl alcohol in. I've come to the realisation over time that my body, nails, skin, hair, etc., really hates isopropyl alcohol. Every time I use a hair product with alcohol in it, my hair just goes to absolute, it really does just ruin it, and then I have to rescue it with other things. So I'm really going to make an put some active steps in place moving forward to not use alcohol in my hair products, and not so much skin products, but definitely hair products. This is an acetone one with vitamin E and aloe vera, and I've seen a significant improvement in the nail peelage and my nail growth since I've started using this. So yeah, I'm really happy with that product, and I recommend it. I've got 4 polishes, and my favourite of the month, which I've put on about 3 or 4 times, probably 3 times, is this one here, and it's a lovely sort of espresso-y brown colour. I don't know if the camera's picking that up too well. And it's the bottle is absolutely battered, do excuse me. It's by the brand 17, which is sort of in Boots, like they've got the number 7 brand and they've got the 17 brand, and this is called Moon Dust. So yeah, I don't know if you can still get this colour anymore, so sorry if you can't, but I really love that colour. Then I've been getting through one of my two of the colours I got recently, and that I put them in my autumn nail polish haul. Now, that's only recently gone up, but I did film it a lot earlier, so I have used these all month round. This is the Astor Quick and Go 45-second polish, and it's in the colour 365, so it's a lovely deep purple colour. It's the only way I can describe it. Deep purple, sort of blackberry colour, and it's not got any shimmer or anything in. I'm not a really big fan of shimmer on my nails for some reason, or sort of that pearlised finish, and for that reason I'm really surprised this is a favourite. I nearly didn't buy it because it has got a pearlised sort of effects to it, like a metallic effect there. You can probably see more pearlised than metallic, and it's really something I tend to avoid. And this is 204 West Village by NYC, which is in a New York Colour Minute Quick Dry nail polish, and I really love this. I've been wearing it a lot on both my hands and my toes, fingers and toes, and yeah, it was cheap, so it's not got the best staying power. I will say for its price, this 17 one staying power is awesome. It really compares to much more expensive products. Astor and the NYC are not the most long wearing, but they're more long wearing than this. This is sort of a favourite and a fail. I absolutely adore this colour. I got it free in Glossy Box. Well, I paid for Glossy Box and not free, but I got it in my Glossy Box, and it's called, in this shade, Uptown by Nails Inc. Now, Nails Inc to me are a fairly higher end brand. They're certainly not what I would call cost effective or affordable. But this just doesn't even stay on my nails for 24 hours. I've worn it 3 times because I love the colour so much. I've been wearing it throughout the day, taking it off, putting it back on again at the night, wearing it the next day, and doing that, and just it has put me off. I've never owned Nails Inc colour before. I've owned some of their base and top coats and treatments and stuff, and it was such a long time ago, to be honest. I can't really remember how I felt about them. I couldn't have been that blown away if they didn't become sort of holy grail stuff, but this colour is just beautiful in my eyes. It goes with all the colours I've got going on today. It's perfect with the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, which I've got on my eyes today, and I really thought this would be the colour I was going to wear to my stepsister's wedding in a few weeks, but I'm really worried if I put it on it's going to chip, and then I'll just be like, you know, nobody wants a chipped manicure as a wedding guest, so I don't think I'm going to trust it for that. I don't think I can trust it for that now, but I'm gutted that I can't, because this is just the colour I wanted to wear. It's absolutely stunning. So I love the colour, not happy with the formula at all. Next I'm going to move on to the lip combo that I've been loving. If you want to see this lip combo in action, it was actually in my most recent Get Ready With Me, which was my Get Ready With Me for autumn as a everyday wearable look. I'll link it in the description bar. It's 657 Nude Nuance by Maybelline, which is their matte formula, and Makeup Revolution's I Heart Makeup Lip Lava in the shade Tremor. Now, I know what shade this is, even though it's not printed anywhere on it, and it recently was a favourite mentioned by Miss Budget Beauty, and she said she couldn't recall the shade, and she was getting really annoyed they don't print it. It is annoying they don't print it, but I do know that this one is called Tremor. So I'm just going to swatch Tremor. I actually bought 2 of these shades. I bought the Tremor, and I bought, oh gosh, the one, I think it's called Unleash, and it's an orange shade. So I'll just show you that one. The applicator which you put on your lips is like a doe foot, but the product comes out the centre, there's a hole in the middle. It just completely jammed up with this, and I had to decant it out into a little pot, which is fine because I would use a lip brush to apply this stronger colour in this product anyway. There's a bit left in here, which is why I'm just keeping it to use it, but I really am not the biggest fan of this colour. I thought it was going to be a lovely corally colour, but on me it just looks like a neon orange in a very sort of not very flattering way. I tried mixing it with other products to make it work, but it was just kind of becoming too hard work. So I suppose that one, in a way, Unleash, that is a bit of a fail, especially for the packaging malfunction. But this one I absolutely love. I mean, look at that beautiful rosy tone. So that's it on its own. I'm going to swatch the nude nuance next to it, and if you want to see the combo, then have a look at my most recent Get Ready With Me. I basically, the tremor does dry down matte eventually over time, but it dries down even quicker matte when you combine it with the matte lipstick. What I've been doing is putting the matte lipstick all over, Maybelline all over, and then just putting tremor in the centre to give it like an ombre effect. And I've really been, that's just a gorgeous lip combo for autumn. Makeup wise, I've also been massively loving my Makeup Revolution white chocolate palette. I think this was the palette I also used in that tutorial, but genuinely I have been using these products all month round, so this is just fabulous. I've even still got my brush in it from my Naked 3 palette, which I was using to apply it. I mean, just look at those shades. Are they not the most gorgeous shades you've ever seen? They're just lovely. I mean, it smells like, not necessarily like chocolate, just sweet, but I absolutely adore the scent. These are just me all over. If you want a really stunning, pigmented, blendable, buttery, easy to work with neutrals palette with gold and warm tones, and you know, a decent amount of mattes for transition, this is just a stunning palette. For the price, it blows me away. Makeup Revolution is starting to get more and more on YouTube now that it's getting to America, but we've had this much longer, Makeup Revolution, and the shades are unreal. I have 3 Makeup Geek shadows that I bought because Makeup Geek is massively obviously popular on YouTube, especially with American YouTubers, and I do like them, but they're more expensive even when you don't factor in shipping than Makeup Revolution shadows, and these are just as good as Makeup Geek in my opinion from the ones I've tried. The next product that I've been really enjoying is my Lush bubblegum lip scrub. I think I might have said this before, but on my channel somewhere, but this has really changed my lip game. I used to feel like I couldn't wear matte lipsticks, they just didn't suit me, they just weren't for me. And I've always used lip balm and thought I'd looked after my lips, but I've never known anything like it since using this. I started to get really paranoid thinking I've got loads of lines on my lips, like my lips are starting to show my age. And I started using this, and I hardly ever use it now. I used it probably every other day for a short time, probably a week, and now I only really need to use this once to twice a week to actually keep my lips maintained. And yeah, I just really recommend the using a lip scrub in general, but the Lush lip scrubs are really nice. This one's made with castor sugar, and I think my popcorn version is made with demerara sugar. Haven't tried that one yet, and this is the one I've been loving for September. I've been also enjoying a makeup brush. I don't enjoy the look of it, to be honest, but it was the only one I could get, and I really wanted the brush itself, and I'm so glad that I did get it. It was a recommendation from Stephanie Lange, and it's the Bdellium Tools 787. It's absolutely massive. I think some people even use this for contouring. I don't and haven't. I use it for laying down my first colour that's going to be kind of like my transition colour, I guess. It's fantastic for that, and I also then use it for blending. It's massive, so it's not for everybody, but for a hooded eye person, just to get it all over that hood, to help, you know, give it the optical illusion of receding. This has just been a fabulous tool, and I highly recommend this brush. I think I got mine from lovemakeup.com or something like that. Next is a primer I've been loving. Now I brought its comparable brother sister to show you, but the one in my favourite is actually the 17 Skin Wow 3-Way Highlighter Glow and Prime. So I use this as a primer. I wouldn't use it under, say for example, Rimmel Wake Me Up or something like that. I've been using it mainly under more matte foundations, like for example L'Oreal True Match. I don't really like that matte finish, like a natural to dewy finish, and so yes, I've been massively enjoying that. And you can mix it in with your foundation, or you can dab it on top. I've never tried that. I have tried mixing it in with foundation, and I've also tried it as a primer, and my favourite way to use it is as a primer. I put it all over the face. I wanted to show you the Lumi Magique to compare. Now the Lumi Magique is not a high-end product, but it's on the higher price point in the drugstore. So I'll just swatch that for you. There, so that's the Lumi Magique, and this is usually around £8 to £10 depending on where you get it from. I personally paid £5 for this because it was 2 L'Oreal products for £10. It was a special offer, so you can wait and get it on special offer, but the full price without any offers whatsoever on this is £5, and it's 30 millilitres as opposed to 20 millilitres, which is the amount you get in the Lumi Magique. So when this is in a sale and offer, then it's much better as well again. So as you can see, I hope the camera's picking that up, the Skin Wow highlighter is much more pink and the Lumi Magique is much more white. So I think the Lumi Magique is more comparable to the Chanel primer that it's dupe for, but if you want an even cheaper version of that and something with a more pinky tone, then you've got the 17 version. So yeah, I really, really love that. Now, there's 3 foundations I wanted to mention. 2 of them mainly, and one of them is just, I suppose, an honourable mention. I absolutely love the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour and the Rimmel Wake Me Up. These foundations just suit me down to the ground, depending on whether I want more of a radiant finish or not. This is not matte. I thought it was going to be. It's saying full coverage, you think 25 hour wear, the words and to look at it and you just think it's going to be a matte finish. Well, I assumed it was, and that was not the right assumption. It's actually quite a dewy finish, but you can set it with powder, which then takes away the dewiness. So this is a fantastic product. It does what it says. I mean, I can't say if it lasts 25 hours, to be honest. I've never worn it that long, but it's very long lasting. I've really, really enjoyed that, and I'm going to be wearing that loads in autumn. I think in winter I'm probably going to be more wearing the Wake Me Up, just because I need that, you know, a little bit more of help. The Wake Me Up, you can see, I mean, it isn't for everyone. It literally, to look at it, it has like shimmer in it. But this one is beautiful as well, and I like both of them. The coverage on the Wake Me Up is very good. You probably look at it and think, oh, it's quite a radiance one, it's going to be a sheer to medium coverage, but it isn't. It is a good medium coverage. The Match Perfection by Rimmel used to be my holy grail absolute favourite. I do prefer the other 2 more than this one now, but then I say that, but then I use this every day. There's something about this I just trust, and I reach for it and reach for it and reach for it. I actually wore this on my wedding day, I believe. I got mine in 100 Ivory, which is a great colour for me for most of the year, and it's not too yellow, not too pink. It's really, I think, I mean, I'm not really very good at this sort of thing with the colours, but I really think this is a very neutral down the middle shade. It's just so easy to put on, so quick and so easy when you haven't got time to blend, you haven't got time to think. I slap this all over. So it's sort of better the devil you know, isn't it? That's probably why. So it may not be for everyone. It's a very, it says it's a it doesn't say it's a light coverage, traceless coverage. Yeah, it's a very light sheer coverage. So if you like medium coverage plus, then you're not going to like that. But I do really, really like that foundation. I like all the Rimmel foundations. They're different, but yet they're all great in their own way. So they're not a one-trick pony with foundations. They just get it right. They just get it right, Rimmel do, with foundations. The next product I'm going to mention was again a Glossybox product. I think it was I'm sure it was Glossybox. It's the Luminous Colour Mask. I haven't used this all month round because I don't use a mask, you know, every time. But I absolutely love this product. I've used it twice now and it has rescued my hair. Just before I was going to use it, I arranged to go and have my hair trimmed because it was in such bad shape. I thought I was going to have loads lopped off it, and I was really worried about that and nervous, and I was thinking, oh, here we go, you know, I thought I'd be able to cope with dyeing my hair red and keeping up the dye and keeping up the quality, and it's not working out. Slap this on, rescued. I've never known anything like it. I mean, I was literally covering my hair in as much coconut oil as it would take and leaving it for over 24 hours before washing my hair, and it still just wasn't sorting it out, and this just sorted it right out. It's been now a week, nearly a week, 6 days since I washed my hair, and it doesn't feel like it needs washing. It doesn't feel dry, really dry and awful like it would usually. I'm so gutted that this is so expensive. It's sort of £18–19 excluding postage. From the one website you can get it from in the UK. You can get it cheaper if you're in the industry. Like it's got a brother sister website which sells it really like much cheaper and without tax, for people that are hairdressers. But for your average Joe buying this, it's not the cheapest product. But I'm afraid I think I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to have to. And when I've got through all my shampoo and conditioners, I think that I'm going to spend a big amount. I think it's £50 or £55 or something you need for free postage. Get the shampoo, conditioner, the mask and all sorts, and just go for it because it's fabulous. It's a UV protection one. It's vegan and no parabens or sulfates. I mean, I didn't really think those things were important. I suppose I'm ignorant to that sort of thing, but they must be, because this product is out of this world. If you've got curly dry hair or coloured hair that you've damaged it with colour, you need this. You really, really need this. I bought the Moroccan oil treatment, and that's not been in the favourites. You wouldn't believe the amount of things I've tried on my hair, high and low end, the amount of thousands of pounds in my life I must have spent on my hair. So I don't say it lightly if I put a hair product in my favourites. I do want to give an honourable mention to the elvive Colour Protect mask though, which is a much cheaper alternative. This didn't rescue my hair as much as I needed, but it's great for when your hair is a bit damaged but not sort of hugely. If I couldn't afford this to buy this, then this would be the thing that I would get instead. I've got another one, and this one's nearly finished, and then I've got through 3 of them, and I think this is good. If you're on a budget, forget Marie and Nila and get this one instead. L'Oreal Elvive Colour Protect. That's a good product. I just wanted to give an affordable alternative. Next, I've got my fails. Let me make sure I've got all my favourites mentioned. Yeah, fails. One of the reasons why my hair was so awfully damaged. Oh, look at that shine. One of the reasons why my hair was so awfully damaged was these Herbal Essences Nourish Me Butter. I'd never noticed that before when I bought it. Nourish My Butter, I thought it was. It's not. It's Nourish Me Butter. That sounds really, really funny. I thought nourishing, it would be deeply nourishes hair. The scent is gorgeous, and I really love the rose scented one in the Colour Protect version. These are terrible. I'm about halfway through the shampoo and probably a third through the conditioner. I'm probably going to keep the conditioner to condition my makeup brushes. I'm probably going to throw this away. I can't get it to work for me. I might offer it to a friend or colleague. It looks cheap. I mean, I know it is cheap, but Herbal Essences is usually good. If you look at the product, I'm going to try not to spill that all everywhere. It's sort of, there we go, it's sort of that, you know, when you see and it's sort of cloudy. To me that looks cheap. I don't know if that's just me, that looks like a cheap shampoo. So drying, so unbelievably drying. I mean, it's got a picture there of a coconut with loaded butter in it. To me that looks like it's going to be hydrating. I don't know if I'm just being foolish because it doesn't use the word moisture or hydrating anywhere, and I should have noticed that, but this is so drying. It's absolutely wrecked my hair to use just as much as I've used. I'm sure other things were a factor too, but I really feel like it wouldn't have got this bad if it wasn't for the fact that I was using those. So I would definitely avoid those if you have any type of dryness to your hair. And to be honest, if you didn't have any type of dryness in your hair, why would you be going for a shampoo conditioner that's got the word butter in it and is sort of marketed in a buttery way? Beyond me. But moving on to my other fails. Argan oil hair treatment with Moroccan argan oil extract. This is not hydrating. It says cleansing, hydrating, nourishing. How it thinks an oil is going to be cleansing, I don't know. A hair oil. I never noticed that. Again, this is really cheap, a few pounds, and I've used hardly any, but I have given it a go. I think I've used it 3 or 4 times. Oh dear. The smell is fine. It's terrible. It's not an oil, it's more like a serum, a cheap serum, masquerading as an oil. If I look through the ingredients list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth, okay, the sixth ingredient appears to be argan oil. The first 5 ingredients are some sort of chemical, and you can tell. Worst hair oil I've ever used. I'm not, like I say, I'm not even going to force my poor hair to tolerate this. It's got to be binned, it's got to go. I'll see if anyone else wants to try it, but I feel bad giving it to someone else because I feel like I'm you know, like doing some harm to them by giving it to them because it's just so rubbish. Yeah, it's the last chance this company Argan Oil is getting from me because I've bought some stuff from them in the past that I've just really not liked. They are cheap, and you can tell they're cheap. They are the reason you hear people say you get what you pay for. I don't say that. I don't think that's true because you can find some really good bargains. But this sort of company and this sort of product is the reason why people are saying that. It's awful. In my opinion, don't sue me. My opinion, it's awful. Last thing I want to mention is my Sally Hansen No Chip Top Coat. I got this from Boots, so it wasn't cheap. You could probably get this from market stalls for £1 or £2. But I got this in 3 for £2, and it was around £5–6 in Boots. So not the cheapest, and it is awful. Now I love Sally Hansen stuff. You know, I've got her nail varnish remover, for example, there. I love Sally Hansen, but this product is just terrible. I couldn't even comment on its ability to extend the wear of a nail varnish because I couldn't get that far to review it that far, because when you put this on your nails, it cracks your nail varnish. It leaves like streaks and veins and splits all over your nail varnish, as though it's just the weirdest thing. I'm gonna save it and use it on my toes because my toes are so far away I possibly wouldn't be able to notice that or care that it was happening. Because I hate wasting. If I can use something, I will. So that just shows you what it means that they're getting binned. But I'm gonna probably put this on my toes, but on your fingers you can see the veins going through it, and it looks like, imagine if you got something really cold, some glass, and it just cracked all through it from the cold. It looks like that. It's the weirdest effect. I tried it with 3 different base coats, countless different polishes to see if it was the polish. I thought I wasn't letting my other polish dry enough. I thought it was my hand oil going over the top, so I stopped putting that on to see if that worked. I tried putting it on in the morning, I tried putting it on before bed, I tried all sorts of ways. There's something wrong with this product. I can't understand how it's even still on the market. What is it about me that this product doesn't like that causes it to crack? It's supposed to be a top coat, and it can't be a top coat if it ruins everything it touches. So yeah, really disappointed with Sally Hansen No Chip. And I mentioned it recently in our comments on some other video. I don't know if it was my video or somebody else's video, and somebody else replied going they'd experienced the same thing. So if you've experienced the same thing, please let me know in the comments, and more importantly, if you found how on earth you make this thing work, please let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this month's video. Let me know in the comments what you've been enjoying for September, please. I really am interested. If you make your own YouTube videos as well and you've made a September favourites, link it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!